What's going on, beautiful people? It is I, your flying locomotive, and faster than a speeding bullet SuperCliff, coming at you live with a brand new video. And for today's majestic and fantastic video, we are getting kung fu-ish with Daredevil issue number 8. But before we dive into the world featuring Man Without Fear, if you are new to the channel, then smash that like and subscribe button. That way you guys never miss out on anything that happens on this majestic channel. So what are you waiting for? Let's raise the bar and go full on Super Saiyan. Hit that subscribe button. Also, I recently started up a Patreon. By no means is this requirement, but for as little as $1, you will help me finance this channel. Basically help it evolve from a Pikachu into a Raichu. With your generous donation, you get a shout out from me for all of my videos. And you're able to partake in exclusive polling, so yeah, the option is there if you're willing. Thus, without further ado, let's dive into the holy war between the hand and the fist with Daredevil issue number 8. Our story begins with a battle. That's right, folks. With the hand having captured Bullet's son Lance as a way to lure in the fist, Daredevil and his allies arrive to save the boy and to confront the Punisher once and for all. And this fight is intense. It's street fighting mixed with high fantasy. We've got supervillains, undead ninjas, superheroes, and a freaking dragon. Chaos is literally happening on all the pages. Now this battle has 4 different parts to it, much like a Star Wars finale. One part is where Daredevil and the Punisher are fighting each other, and the other lane, Elektra versus Akka, Cole North wielding US Agent's shield into battle, using the surrounding chaos as a way to help cover his actions in rescuing the kid, but is confronted by now under the hand-controlled Bullet. And lastly, we have Stegron, who's trying to use his sonic powers to help control the dragon and release it from the hand's power. Because remember, folks, one of Stegron's abilities is having the power to mentally control or manipulate any dinosaur or any sort of reptile-esque creature. So yeah, it just so happens that dragons fall into the same category. And thus, after some resistance, Stegron's able to tap into the dragon's mind. And just like that, the hand no longer have a dragon on their side. Checking with Cole North, we see him and Bullet continuing to duke it out. But just when Cole is about to get smashed, that's when we see Agony enter the scene. And thanks to Elektra's lessons about learning to control and focus, that's exactly what Agony does. And she performs her skills to a T, as she's able to knock the crap out of Bullet, only to then have the symbiote basically absorb Bullet's body. Now she calls it puppeteering, but basically what she's doing is the equivalent of carrying Bullet on her back towards the ship. Thus, this allows Cole North to make his way towards Lance, where he is able to abstract the young boy away from the battle over the safety. And from there, we pick up with Matt and Frank beating the living crap out of each other. Like crap is getting real, for this fight is brutal. But alas, Daredevil is able to outdo his foe. And with Frank beaten and bloodied in the mud, Daredevil basically tells him that my God is allowing you to live. So basically ending this cycle of violence, this cycle of killing, or perhaps my God will order me to do the opposite. Meanwhile, Elektra and Akka are still going at it, but once an opening is made, Akka manages to stab Elektra in the stomach. Now luckily, she isn't mortally wounded, but she's definitely not 100%. But that's why you have a speedster on your team, because it's here where we see Speed Demon rush over to save Elektra and essentially save her from getting stabbed any further. And with all that said and done, with the Punisher punched, Lance rescued, and the Hand's dragon now freed, the heroes make their escape. And although the Hand outnumbered the Fist 10-1, regardless of it, at the end of the day, this was a strategic victory. And not only was it important because of the accomplishments I listed, but because during their fight, while Akka was busy stabbing Elektra, Elektra managed to pick off the Lunate Talisman, the secret to the Hand's resurrection powers. However, despite the fact that the prophecy is nonsense and that everyone is in charge of their own destiny, it doesn't mean that you're out of danger, because it's here where we witness the Avengers spying in on Daredevil's communications. And they're able to do so because the magic veil that protects Daredevil's island base, well, they left it. And so their ability to tune in on Daredevil's comms is fair game. For the Avengers are planning to stop Daredevil by any means necessary. And they'll have the help from the wall Carl himself, Spider-Man. And that, folks, was the end of Daredevil issue number 8. And thank you guys for checking out my video, as it truly, truly means the world to me. So this issue actually succeeded my expectations. Rather than getting their butts handed to them, the good guys pull off a hard, rough victory. One of the reasons why this issue works so well is due to the characters that Chip Zdarsky is using for the story. And no, I'm not talking about Daredevil or Elektra or the Punisher, but side characters like Stiltman, Stegrod, and Cole North. For we as the readers, we know we're becoming invested with these characters. And because characters like Bullet, Agony, and Stiltman are not tier 1 villains like, let's say the Green Goblin or Doctor Doom, the stakes are high because let's face it, at the end of the day, comic book readers won't riot. People won't, refuse to buy milk at the store if Stiltman is found dead in issue number like 12. No one's going to burn down someone's house if Fancy Dan gets destroyed. And so because these are characters who are, whatever, Chip has the freedom to tug at our heartstrings when these characters are in danger. And when you put them against a foe like the Punisher, a guy who murders criminals, we know that the possibility of that happening is legit. Now, although the Hand War isn't over by a long shot, I like how the story is taking on a new direction because while the Hands sort of regroup in the background, Captain America, Iron Man, and Spider-Man are now entering the fray as a third party in this holy war. So I'm curious as to how things will turn out. Will Spidey and Daredevil duke it out to the point where Spider-Man is beaten and bloodied? Overall, great stuff to enjoy, and definitely check out this series if you haven't already been reading it. So yeah, as always, I'm your majestic sayer of words, SuperCliff, and if you guys are new to the channel, then do me a solid by smashing that like and subscribe button, and also the notification bell so that you'll never miss out on an upload, and so that you'll always be kept up to date with your favorite top tier comics happening in the comic book world. Now tell me, what are your thoughts and opinions on this issue? Are you guys excited for issue number 9? Let me know down in the comment section below. And until the next video, peace. Giggity goo.